Welcome to the latest climate podcast. Here are today's top climate news stories. India is experiencing a surge in silver exchange traded funds, trading at high premiums due to festive demand and limited global supply. Investment in silver products reached record levels in the first half of 2025, with total ETF holdings exceeding 1.13 billion ounces. This increase is driven by rising demand for silver in industries like solar energy and electric vehicles. In India, festive celebrations have led to a doubling of silver imports, as buyers eagerly purchase coins, bars, and jewelry. While current prices are high, long-term investors view silver as a valuable asset for diversification, despite potential short-term fluctuations.
Waaree Renewable Technologies, based in India, is celebrating a significant financial success as its net profit for the September quarter more than doubled to 116.34 crore. This impressive growth is driven by a 47.73% increase in revenues, reaching 174.78 crore. The company is advancing in innovative energy sectors like battery energy storage systems and has a strong order book of 3.48 gigawatt peak, with plans to fulfill it within 12 to 15 months. Excitingly, they are expanding their solar power projects in Maharashtra and Bikaner, Rajasthan, marking a bright future for sustainable energy in India.
Ford's plans to return to India are uncertain due to recent tariffs announced by former U.S. President Donald Trump, which have prompted the company to reassess its Chennai plant operations. The facility, idle since mid-2022, was initially considered for engine production aimed at exports. However, shifting global priorities are leading Ford to focus on its investments in Europe, including a significant commitment to electric vehicles. The Tamil Nadu government is eager for Ford to clarify its intentions, hoping to revitalize the automotive sector in the state. Ford's history in India has been challenging, with significant losses and limited market share.
India is experiencing a significant rise in climate litigation, according to a recent United Nations report which highlights the country's commitment to addressing environmental issues. In 2025, India recorded 14 climate-related cases, up from 11 in 2023, focusing on air pollution, deforestation, and the right to a clean environment. The Supreme Court and National Green Tribunal are actively incorporating climate considerations into their rulings, supporting India's goal of achieving net zero emissions by 2070. Globally, climate litigation is increasing, with over 3,099 cases filed across various jurisdictions, showcasing a powerful movement for climate action and accountability.
The United States is set to impose a new 100% tariff on Chinese imports starting November 1, 2025, which could lead to higher prices for electric vehicles, wind turbines, and semiconductor parts. This escalation in trade tensions, announced by President Donald Trump, may disrupt supply chains and increase inflation. The Global Trade Research Initiative suggests that the U.S. should focus on strengthening ties with countries like Australia, Vietnam, and Canada for mineral supplies. Meanwhile, India is encouraged to build self-reliance in critical technologies to navigate future trade challenges and enhance relationships with both Western and BRICS nations.
In the United States, carbon removal projects are adapting to challenges by quietly focusing on benefits beyond climate action, such as improved water quality and better crop yields. Companies like Carbon Capture Inc. are relocating to Canada to continue their work amid political pressures. A recent conference in London emphasized the importance of highlighting co-benefits to gain public support. For instance, the biochar demonstrator program showed farmers value agricultural improvements over carbon sequestration. As companies navigate this landscape, they aim to cultivate public acceptance by showcasing immediate advantages making carbon removal more relatable and appealing to communities.
The United States is facing significant trade tensions with China that could impact global markets and prices. Starting November 1st, 2025, the U.S. plans to impose a 100% tariff on Chinese imports, raising the overall tariff rate to about 130%. This decision follows China's new export controls on rare earth minerals, vital for industries like electric vehicles and clean energy. The Global Trade Research Initiative warns that this could increase prices for essential products. Meanwhile, India is encouraged to pursue self-reliance to navigate these trade challenges while maintaining good relationships with other countries.
The United States is taking a strong stance against the upcoming net zero framework, which aims to reduce carbon emissions from shipping. U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio and other officials have expressed their opposition, labeling the proposal as a global carbon tax. They threaten to impose sanctions on countries that support the framework, including visa restrictions and penalties on vessels from those nations. This move comes as President Donald Trump has shifted U.S. policy away from climate change initiatives, favoring fossil fuel use instead. The International Maritime Organization will vote on this significant agreement soon.
India is making exciting strides in its biofuel revolution to combat climate change. Despite facing severe weather challenges, including heat waves and crop losses, India has set ambitious climate goals, such as achieving 20% ethanol blending with petrol by 2025, 5 years early. This initiative not only reduces carbon emissions significantly, but also boosts farmers' incomes and saves money on energy imports. The country is also exploring advanced second-generation ethanol, which promises even greater emissions reductions. With a new global carbon market established, India is well-positioned to enhance its biofuel sector, driving toward a sustainable and net-zero future.
Delhi is facing a serious air quality issue, with alarming levels of mercury that pose significant health risks, particularly to the kidneys. Recent research from the Indian Institute of Tropical Meteorology reveals that Delhi's mercury concentration is 4 times higher than the Northern Hemisphere average. This toxic heavy metal primarily comes from human activities like fossil fuel burning and industrial emissions. Exposure can lead to kidney damage and conditions such as nephrotic syndrome. To combat this, residents are encouraged to use air purifiers, stay indoors during high pollution times, and support initiatives aimed at reducing emissions for better health.
Himachal Pradesh is making exciting strides towards becoming a green energy state by March 31st, 2026. Chief Minister Suku highlighted that the government aims to use nearly 90% renewable energy, significantly benefiting agriculture and industry. To enhance eco-friendly transport, the state is converting its bus fleet to electric vehicles, reducing greenhouse gas emissions from transport by 16 to 20%. The Himachal Road Transport Corporation plans to purchase 297 electric buses and establish charging stations, with an additional 500 buses set for the financial year 2025 to 2026. These initiatives are not only promoting clean transport, but also protecting the environment and reducing air pollution.
India's central government is pushing for significant changes in the power distribution sector through the proposed Electricity Amendments Bill 2025. This draft aims to end the monopoly of state utilities, promote competition, and ensure affordable, reliable, and clean energy. By addressing issues like cross-subsidy and financial losses, the bill seeks to improve the overall health of power utilities. It also emphasized the importance of energy storage and clean energy generation, targeting 500 gigawatts from non-fossil sources. These changes are designed to enhance India's economic productivity and global competitiveness while meeting climate goals outlined in the Paris Climate Accord.
Alaska faces challenges in renewable energy following the cancellation of $1.2 billion in wind projects, which would have significantly boosted the state's renewable generation. The Shovel Creek and Little Mount Susitna projects were expected to provide low-cost wind power, helping to stabilize energy prices in Fairbanks and Anchorage. With rising costs due to reliance on imported natural gas, Alaskans are now vulnerable to energy instability. The loss of these projects highlights the need for diverse energy solutions, including hydro and solar power, to ensure a more resilient and affordable energy future for all Alaskans.
The Trump administration is taking a strong stand against the International Maritime Organization's proposal for a net zero emissions framework, which is set for a vote next week. They are considering visa restrictions and sanctions on countries supporting this initiative, arguing that it could raise costs for American citizens, energy providers, shipping companies, and tourists. This proposal aims to set ambitious emissions targets for the maritime industry, but the administration believes it could harm U.S. economic interests. Their focus is on protecting American jobs and ensuring that any climate measures do not negatively impact the economy.
Maharashtra, India, is making exciting strides in renewable energy by allowing data centers to establish their own power generation and distribution plants. This initiative focuses on renewable sources like solar, hydro, and wind, addressing the high energy demands of data centers, which are essential for digital and AI operations. The state, home to 60% of India's data centers, aims to transform Navi Mumbai into a major digital hub. With significant investments from companies like Amazon and NTT, Mumbai is now a leading player in global data center capacity. This move promises a sustainable future for the rapidly growing tech sector in Maharashtra.
In the United States, exciting advancements in technology and climate solutions were highlighted this week. Reflection AI secured a remarkable $2 billion to enhance open-source superintelligence, while Austin's Base Power raised $1 billion to revolutionize home energy storage. Stoke Space, based in Washington, raised $510 million to develop reusable rockets, and Versal garnered $300 million to expand its AI web platform. Additionally, Vicarb received $5 million to scale its ocean carbon capture technology. These investments showcase strong confidence in innovative companies dedicated to addressing climate change and improving technology for a sustainable future.
The United States is experiencing significant changes in clean energy funding as the Trump administration cuts billions from federal investments. The Department of Energy recently announced the termination of numerous financial awards, which may hinder job growth and environmental progress. However, experts believe that the declining costs of wind and solar power will continue to drive renewable energy advancements. Despite the cuts, some projects, like hydrogen production facilities in Texas, are determined to move forward. Overall, while these funding reductions pose challenges, the renewable energy sector remains resilient and poised for future growth.
The United States has canceled a significant solar project in Nevada, known as the Esmeralda 7 Solar Farm, which was supported by President Joe Biden. This project, proposed by NextEra Energy Inc. and Invenergy, would have covered 118,000 acres near Las Vegas and become one of the largest solar power plants globally. The Interior Department is now requiring developers to submit individual project proposals, which critics argue could hinder clean energy development on public lands. While the cancellation is disappointing, NextEra remains committed to working on environmental analysis for future projects, showing ongoing dedication to renewable energy efforts. For more climate news, make sure to download the Change Your Climate app from the Apple App Store or Google Play Store. Please note, these stories were AI generated from real news sources, which isn't always perfect. If you have any concerns or questions about the news contained in this podcast, please reach out to us. Thank you and see you tomorrow.